welcome to Movie Review Mom. My goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision for you and your family as to whether or not you want to spend time or money or both watching a particular film. So the particular film is Memory. This Liam Neeson flick is currently playing in theaters and will soon go to streaming. It's rated R and is an hour and 54 minutes. I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and I'll point out things I like, didn't like. I'll give tips for parents, themes worth talking about, recommendations for other films, and even some interesting lines. All right, so let's dive in. In a nutshell, I've been a Liam Neeson fan for as long as he's been making movies, but this one just didn't quite grab me, and I was a little bit disappointed. It's about an assassin for hire who finds that he's become a target after he refuses to complete a job for a dangerous criminal organization. It's a remake of the 2003 Belgian film called The Memory of a Killer. So there were things that I liked about it for sure. Of course, I adore Liam Neeson and watch this movie simply because he stars in it. Don't we love the characters that he plays who are flawed, but who have a heart and a moral code? Well, that basically describes all of the characters he plays in all of his movies, doesn't it? And for that, there's nothing new and earth-shattering necessarily about the role that he plays. Guy Pearce is also in the movie and is such an excellent actor. I've enjoyed him in everything that he does as well. The cast also includes Monica Bellucci, Taj Atwal, Harold Torres, Ray Stevenson, and Ray Fearon. They do a solid job, and when it comes to the plot, there are some twists, and you know I love twists. Overall, the movie gets the job done, but let me lead into some of the things that I didn't like so much. First of all, it's completely forgettable. No pun intended. There's just nothing earth-shattering or new or edgy necessarily about the movie. I'm a little bit worried about Liam Neeson because he's been pumping out a lot of mediocre movies lately. And so it makes me wonder, is this a final money grab before he retires? Or are we going to see more movies like this, like what Bruce Willis has been doing lately? You know, his name is on the movie, it looks promising, and then it's not that good. So there's some cliche dialogue. The characters are given very little backstory. And ultimately, we just don't really care about any of the characters and the story even. Now, let me give you some tips for parents. Kids are going to be extremely bored, and so will some adults. Due to the extreme violence and profanity, this is not recommended for children's viewing. There are bloody, gory deaths and a high body count, really. It's just kind of a brutal, violent movie at times with a bunch of bad people, really. In fact, as I think about it, I'm trying to remember if there's any character who has redeeming values or is a good guy. It's kind of bad guys versus bad guys, you know, and my husband hates movies like that. He has to be able to identify with a single character. And even Liam Neeson is a bad guy, even though he's got his moral code, he's still, you know, an assassin. And so anyway, I don't think my husband would like this one, even though he likes Liam Neeson. All right, enough of that. Let me tell you about some of the themes that the movie illustrates well. Memory loss, and that is definitely an issue that hits home for me because my mother is struggling with Alzheimer's. And my father, who doesn't have Alzheimer's, definitely is experiencing memory loss. And it is so heartbreaking to watch. Other themes are murder, innocence, bureaucracy, justice, and the legacy that we'll leave with what we've done with our lives, whether we pass it down to children or coworkers or whoever it is that we do leave behind. Overall, my movie review mom grade is a C. Let me give you a recommendation for a pretty good thriller that also involves memory loss and also involves Guy Pearce, who's in this movie. His movie is called Memento. And again, I think he did a really great job, and it had some interesting twists and perspectives on memory loss. All right, that's it for my review. I hope if you do watch this movie that you do enjoy it. And if you don't, well, hey, I gave you the heads up. Thank you so much for all of your support as always. And be sure and run over to Patreon when you've got a minute. I really appreciate your support there as well. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.